Good afternoon, Jack Riccardi on News Talk 550 KTSA and online at ktsa.com. Before we get out of here for the weekend, we wanted to have Rick Cavender and the Rick Cavender Band come in and talk about their new CD. So they've carried in the egg, the giant egg that Rick is in, and he is slow. Oh, wait a minute. No, that was Lady Gaga. I'm confused. I'm sorry. Rick is just here already. I thought there'd be a big entrance, a big,
Yeah, get cut out of a big cocoon. Let the guys bring me in.
Was it an egg or a cocoon? I couldn't.
It had to be an egg, I think, right? She chipped out of the egg and came out.
What really should have happened is he sort of like cracked her over a bowl and dumped her into it. I guess you're not a big fan of Lady Gaga.
I'm not a big Gaga fan. No, and we were talking earlier. I didn't really know who the winner of the album of the year was, but it's good to see bands like Lady Antebellum take Grammys home. I think that's some pure music. That's
playing
good
real
stuff.
Instruments and all that stuff.
Good singers.
Everybody knows that you're a car dealer. How many generations? Third generation?
Three
second
generations.
generation?
Yeah, we started business back in 1939 with my grandfather. We still have that same building down at 801 Broadway. It's our Cadillac dealership now.
Yeah.
8 franchises now, and
amazing.
Yeah.
So what is your week like? I mean, how much of your week is Rick Cavender the car guy, and how much of it is Rick Cavender the guy with the guitar?
It kind of goes into kind of a 70% Rick the car guy, 30% band man. We play about 50 nights a year, so the band is very busy, playing 3 or 4 times a month, and usually my work week ends on that Friday. I play a Friday night or a Saturday, and I can create some balance for it, but it does get busy.
Now, Rick, I mean, I know times are tough for the car business, but it's not like you need the music gig, right? Why do you? What is this about? Why do you do this?
It's a great fulfillment for me. I love playing music. I love writing music. I've been playing music since I was 10 years old, and I had a band since I was 13. So it was always something that I was going to do, and I continue to do, and it just gives me a lot of joy and passion.
Did you ever want to do it full time? Did you ever want to say, "This is it. I don't want to be in the car business. I just want to do this"?
Never. Really, the dream is there that at some point I might find my way out to Nashville, Tennessee, and be lonely like a lot of people are out there working so hard. I love my day job. I love my family. I love what I have in life, and then to get to play music is just added.
See, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to understand that. There's so many people that make themselves miserable trying to make a living off of doing this, right? And reality is you want to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Get a day job.
That's what
and then enjoy the music.
And have fun with it. And the best compliment paid to us is the people come up and say, "Boy, you sure look like you're having fun doing what you're doing." And that's what these guys are in my band. They are, they have their full-time gigs and jobs, and then they get to play music with me, and we're all good friends.
Radio's the same way. You shouldn't do that for a living either. You really should just do that for fun and have a real job. I've been trying to work that for years. It hasn't happened. But anyway, so you've got a new CD that's coming. Has it already come out, or is it about to come out?
It has already come out.
Called New Sunrise.
It's New Sunrise, and I recorded it at BAM Studios, Bulverde Academy of Music Studios, which is a wonderful studio attached to an Academy of Music out there in Bulverde, off 281. At Old Borgheim Road. Met my good friend Bobby Flores, who is my producer, musician. A lot of people out there would know who Bobby is. And Robert De La Garza, who was another producer who came from days with Reba McEntire and Leanne Rimes and Herb Alpert. He even worked on some of those old albums. It was just great. I introduced myself to those guys, got in their studio, and put 15 songs on CD, and we've got New Sunrise.
And how many CDs have you done now?
This is my 4th CD.
Your 4th?
Yeah, 4th. Yeah.
Okay. We're calling them CDs, not albums.
They're called CDs.
Because we're modern guys.
Unless you're my dad, you call it little records. If you're
the record.
Little records.
Putting out a record. Do people, when people in the music business, do you have to overcome a certain assumption they might make about you? They might say, well, look, here's a guy, he's doing well in the business world, he thinks he can play music. He's going to come in here. We're going to have to, indulge him. I mean, do you have to kind of earn your chops even more because they might see you as a weekend warrior, musically speaking?
Right, because that comes up so often that people say, all right, Rick's just having fun with this job, this music business, but actually we put a lot of thought and a lot of hard work into performing. And I think over the years, the Rick Cavender Band has become one of the go-to bands for party and gala and charity events. And I couple the entertaining with some of the MC work, so I can be on the microphone comfortable. I'll know a lot of the people in the audience typically. Sometimes even drive the fundraiser toward the event that we're playing. So there's a lot of component to it. But I hope we've earned our stripes. We've been around for about 25 years playing music here locally. And the 4 albums, I don't play the original music that often. We really play more of the cover material when we're in our band playing.
But this album that we're going to be talking about, you wrote all these songs.
I wrote all these songs, yes.
That's impressive.
Well, we hope so. I don't know. Have you heard it all the way yet?
No, I have heard it, and it is impressive. It was impressive even before I heard it, but it's impressive nonetheless. Well, let's hear something now, and then we'll talk some more.
Yeah.
The Cavender Band in studio with us on News Talk 550 KTSA.
And my friend Alan Colby is going to join me here. This is a song called Angeline. 2, 3, 4. Rising in the streets downtown, they go crazy each night and they know she found playing for crowds on the main plaza stage with a hat on a stool turned up for the pain. On the floor of the courthouse there's a live oak tree. She's styling a riff with a high treble keys, kicking her leg to keep time with the beat. On a warm summer evening night, sweating the heat. Throw a $5 bill in your turned over hat. Find a seat if you can and just settle on back and take a ride downtown tonight with my main plaza queen of delight, Angeline. You can find her hanging around the old Esquire bar on the stage of the Majestic. She's singing 'neath the stars with a lonesome bandolero on his old mandolin. She sings a Spanish ballad with that Lena Horne grin. She's been playing that Rosario's bright yellow stage with Clark on the squeeze box to take your breath away. Surprise is always waiting. The crowds, they all come in, just stopping in to jam a bit. The party just begins. Put a foot on the plate. You got $5 hat. Find a seat if you can and just settle on back. Take a ride downtown tonight with the main plaza queen of delight, Angeline. Ooh, Angeline. She finds a concertina and the band joins in to play. She's the River City diva and they're all run to the stage. They're standing in the heat to pay the cover just to come inside, and it all just comes alive for Angeline. Ooh, Angeline. Prettiest blue eyes I've seen. Ooh, Angeline.
That is Rick Cavender live in the
Thank you.
KTSA studios. Alan Colby with him as well. And the new CD is called New Sunrise. Where can people get the CD?
They can get the CD on iTunes, and we can get it at cdbaby.com.
All right.
Then go to my website, rickcavenderband.com. And then at the car dealerships, they come over to see see us at the dealerships
Really?
and take a ride in an Audi, and you get one. So that's out there for everybody.
Do I have to buy a car to get the CD?
Nope, you come in.
No purchase necessary.
Just come in, take a ride in an Audi,
Well, that's easy to do.
and we'll find one for you.
Now, when you are writing a song like that one, that to me that has a great like Friday night feel to it. When are you writing these? You writing these at work during a slow time, or do you go off by yourself? When are you doing this?
You know what happens is you catch songs when I'm jogging, running. I always listen to music, and then I come back. It seems after I've done something that's physical, exhilarating, something. I come back, and I I put songs that I like. Like the other night, I heard that Zach Brown band. I love a song he did. Found the same position that he had in the song, and then started writing a song called "Angel in the Wind," and it went my direction. It starts kind of plagiaristic, and then it kind of moves into my own. Yeah,
that's interesting because I've had a number of artists I've interviewed over the years say just the opposite. They don't like to listen to music when they're writing because they're afraid that they will inadvertently, incorporate it.
I've got to have something that stands as an influence for me, and a Robert Earl Keen song or a Jimmy Buffett song.
You got to be around it.
You got to be around it. I listen to it, and I write a Buffett style song because of that. But Lyle Lovett, another great composer, entertainer. I kind of modeled some of him and try to in my music and writing. So.
All right, you mentioned iTunes and CD Baby. This is the new music business, right? This isn't, you don't go get on a major label anymore and they take care of you and radio stations play it. I mean, that's all gone, right?
It is. It's amazing how CD sales have just come to a screeching halt, it seems like. And you're hearing that bands are having to tour now to kind of to feed their families. I mean, the CD business is kind of moving in, all going into the digital world,
right,
all going into downloads, and people are downloading just the songs they like off an album, missing a lot of the B-side, and would it be a shame if Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon only had people downloading 2 or 3 songs when the entire album project was so...
Do you think that this could be the last CD you put out because in the future people just want a digital music file of one song at a time, or what do you think you'll do?
No, I'm always going to have the format of either the CD or an MP3. What will probably come to now is the next will be the SD disc, that you'll get the little things that, because cars are being built now for jukeboxes and hard drive music.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So
how do you feel about that? I mean, the car is becoming a media center.
It is.
And at the same time that's going on, and it is exciting because now we hear cars advertised in terms of what their song capacity is. I can't believe that. But at the same time, we have this distracted driver debate going on. How is this going to work? If we're distracted by our phones, imagine what's going to happen when your dashboard is like a radio control room.
We've got the hard drive that'll load 10,000 songs out of your iPod or whatever. It's all coming into that.
The nav screen.
And I think the old CD load we're gonna lose that in your dash here pretty soon. Within 3 to 5. As they developed out of the cassette player.
How are we supposed to drive these cars
developed
with all this stuff going on?
I've still got 8 tracks in the garage. I'd like to sell.
I mean, they're going to have
Taylor
to
doesn't remember 8 tracks.
We're going to have to just take the steering wheel out. It's going to be in the way, But I don't understand how people can concentrate on driving with all that stuff to choose from. I know I would have a hard time.
Oh, I'm telling you, with nav systems and everything else we've got in these cars, I know it.
You probably have a chauffeur, though, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
of course. Yes. A chauffeur ride to work and back. All right, we're talking with Rick Cavender. We're going to hear another song off the new album, New Sunrise. And by the way, big benefit coming up Thursday night. Next week, right?
Right.
Which benefits Santa Rosa Children's Hospital. And how did you get involved with them?
I was approached by Greg Gillespie, my friend down at
Santa
Rose Live. First thing he did, he said, "Rick, let's give the Aztec. Let's let that be your venue." And I said, "Oh, Greg, that'd be fantastic." Because they don't really put a lot of private shows in the Aztec Theater. They have the wonderful San Antonio Rose Live program Fridays through Sunday. And once I had the venue, I said, well, I think we can sell some seats to this. Let's find somebody that's worthy of a contribution. Christus Santa Rosa has been in our family's been supporting Christus for a long time. They deal 150,000 kids a day, 200 children alone in the ER rooms. They do so much that's great in this community for children, kidney transplants, liver transplants, and so benefits will go to that wonderful organization.
And people can get tickets at saroselive.com, which is the same website we give you for the SA Rose Live show on the weekends. But that's where they get the tickets.
And there's a phone number, too. Box office phone number is 210-212-7268. 212-7268.
Very good. We'll talk some more with Rick Cavender. Here's some more from the album. But first, 12:22 into the newsroom on KTSA.